Do you know what these two dark stones are? These are two pieces of moonstone sent by a fan, asking me to polish one into a shield shape. This piece isn't very good, the crystal isn't clean. This piece is okay, although it's been treated with glue, it still looks quite good and has some crystal. We just don't know if there are any black spots inside the stone, so we need to cut it with a saw to check. The first cut didn't reveal any black spots, so we can proceed with polishing it. Now let's remove the black skin from the stone, so it will be easier when we polish it later. When we cut to this point, we found there are still some black spots inside, so now we'll make a bigger cut to remove the black spots. Cutting it like this is fine. With some black spots remaining, we can polish them away when we finish it. Now we will reshape the stone. First we need to grind away the black spots. Additionally, the fans requested a shield shape, so we need to roughly shape it into a shield form. Just like this, the rough shape is now ground out. Although it's much smaller, what remains is the essence. Next, we will attach the stone to the adhesive stick to prepare for polishing the stone's filling. Now, we are polishing the waist of the stone. Since the lines were irregular when we finished it, we need to grind it into a standard shield shape. Like this, the waist is now shaped into a standard segment. Now we are polishing the first layer of the filling, grinding down a layer according to the shape of the waistline. This is what the first layer of the filling looks like when completed. Now we are polishing the second layer of the crown section, which consists of 2 layers in total. With this, the entire filling is completed, and the color is quite acceptable. After finishing the filling, we will polish the crown section. The method for polishing and grinding is the same, so I won't elaborate further here. Let's take a direct look at the appearance of the crown facets after polishing. The Tears of a Lover truly lives up to its name. Now we also need to polish the waist and table of the tongue. With this, the upper half of the tongue is completed. The color is stunning, truly deserving of being called a stone from the stars of the universe. After finishing the upper half of the stone, we then flip the stone over to prepare for polishing the lower half. I'll fast forward here as there's nothing much to see. Now we are polishing the first layer of the top. The shape of the facets here extends from the waist. This is how the first layer of the pavilion looks completed. Now we are polishing the pavilion's second to fourth layers. This is a step cut, and the cutting method is the same, so we recorded it all together. Like this, the entire pavilion is completed with a total of 4 layers. Then we switch to the polishing pad to polish the pavilion. We start polishing from the first layer of the pavilion. Let me mention that when polishing this type of columnar moonstone, the polishing powder shouldn't be too thick, and the machine's speed shouldn't be too fast, otherwise the powder will get into the stone. Like this, the first layer of the pavilion is polished. Next, we use the same cutting method to polish the remaining layers on the top one by one. Like this, the entire stone is finished. I feel that this color can beautify an entire reagent. Now we are removing the adhesive from the stone, which means taking the stone off the adhesive stick. If it's not cleaned properly, we still put it in alcohol to wash it. Then take it out and clean it thoroughly. Looking at it next to the machine, the effect is quite good. Eager to ship it to the fans, let's take a quick look at its effect indoors. This color is excessively beautiful. So beautiful that the slightly melancholic shade of blue it emits doesn't even seem like a color. It's more like a farewell to the vast amounts of beautiful youth that have already passed.